Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 2431 Rossiter Lane here in Vancouver. We're located at the rear of the home, kind of in this little cutout here at the back of the house. We have a 4-inch ABS cleanout. If you lose sight of it, it's right out from the big giant main vent there. Anyway, we're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Here we go. All that stuff dangling from the top of the pipe here thus far is just cobwebs. That's not roots. Although there are a lot of cobwebs there, more than usual. We're going to keep things moving fairly quickly here right off the bat. I don't know if this is going to wrap around the entire house here, be 120 feet long, or if it's just going to the rear of the property, but we're going to keep it moving pretty quick until we reel the camera out. It transitions here at 95 feet over to 6-inch concrete pipe. And here at 107 feet, we have reached the main lateral connection. I'm going to do locates to verify where this is exactly. We're going to go do some locates, and then we'll let the pipe drain out completely here before reeling back in. Make sure the water line's not hiding anything from us. So far, though, everything's looking good. This concrete portion of the line is the only part that's really in question at all. The ABS plastic portions of the line is in good shape and doing its job. I want to make sure that the water's not hiding anything like it's in the way of roots or something like that from us. Alright, located the camera head successfully out at the main on Rossiter Lane. If you're curious how the thing runs, it comes out the back of the house and comes around the left side of the home before heading out to the street from there. Now mostly just going to make sure this concrete pipe doesn't have any roots or anything in it. Very short section of concrete there in total. Now we're going to do a toilet flush here to hopefully help clean the camera lens off a little bit. We're going to see while we're waiting for that if we can get it rinsed off in the main. There's one spot there right at the transition. It's either debris buildup or it could be something like a root intrusion. So we're going to try and get this camera lens cleaned off here. This is the tricky part about when the camera's this far out, is keeping the lens clean without having to redo the entire inspection. Now we got a little bit more cleaned up there, thank goodness. All right, and actually we are clean and clear there. It should that what I was looking at was right on the, I guess it's the bottom of the screen here, but to the left of the flow line, there was some white stuff right there on the pipe. That's just toilet paper debris. No roots. And for being a 100+ foot long sewer line, very, very pleased with the level of flow we have in the line. Typically, once a line goes over 100 feet, almost 100% of them will have some level of standing water in them, and most of the time it's significant. Now we still have just flowing water here. The ABS portion I was able to see, it was that concrete portion that's a lot harder to gauge with water flowing through it. And pretty awesome, this whole thing's been updated. That was a very expensive update to do for a line of this length. And again, this is all flowing water here. You can see I stop, it's moving, it's not standing. Alrighty, well, we're going to go ahead and reel the camera on out of the line here. We have good flow all the way out to the main lateral. Both the ABS and concrete portions of the line are both in good shape. The concrete's showing some wear, but it's not at a point yet, in my opinion, where it needs any repair work done to it. All the joints were tight. It drains out absolutely proper. There's no standing water in it. Now, at some point, you may have to update that concrete, but you still have plenty of time. It'll be at least another 10 years, more than likely, before anything. What will happen is aggregate rock will start to show through it. Some of it is showing, but it's not to a significant point yet. Once that happens, the nice part is you could do an epoxy liner on this thing without and update it without digging a single hole. You know, we're cameraing backwards right now towards the home. It's going to be a very short line going into here. We might actually have something going on here. I'm going to reel the camera out and clean the lens off real quick. That might actually be a root intrusion coming into the pipe there. There's a fair amount of debris buildup. Yeah, that right there looks like we got a root intrusion coming through. Definitely a root ball. Now that lens is cleaned up a little bit there. So it looks like it's coming through. The hard part is keeping the camera lens clean enough that we can actually see. But it's coming through right here just prior to the transition from cast iron to ABS. So I'm going to mark right here. And again, this is going back towards the home. I'll locate it and see if we're on the outside or on the inside of the house. Okay, so I just tried to locate there. This does actually appear to be, it's either right under the foundation of the home or it's just inside of the foundation. I'm not able to pick anything up, though, on the exterior of the home here. We're so close up to the foundation wall, though, I mean, generally, if I can get right on top of it, the locator will indicate it. Being this close to a wall, there's always a chance it's on the exterior here, but that's not what I'm seeing. So we have the vent stack that comes down into here, and that is right here. So this right here, we're sitting right underneath where the vent stack comes down, which in this circumstance, the vent's on the exterior of the home. And our roots are just barely past that. So it does look like it's either right underneath the foundation wall or just inside the crawl space. That's about as close as I can get to locating it. Now, I do recommend a spot repair to fix that. As large as that root ball is there, it's likely at some point to cause a blockage and a backup possibly. So I would get that fixed. Aside from that, though, the rest of the pipe we've scoped is in good condition. So being that it's right here, so here's our vent. That's what I was sitting right underneath, and the root was just past that, undoubtedly from this tree here we're sitting underneath. So anyway, if you've got to go through the effort to start monkeying around with pipe in the crawl space, what I would recommend at this point is just fully updating that last little bit of cast iron pipe. There's only like 6 feet of it going back into the house, it looks like. It's a very, very short section. So recommend getting that updated. At this point, the line is still functioning, but is being hindered by that root intrusion there. It's one of those that I would definitely get on top of before that thing turns into a problem. And if you need to buy some time, make sure the only thing going down your sewer line is folded toilet paper, no paper towels or tampons or anything like that. That will hang up in a spot like that fairly easily. But there is a couple inches of flow line to the side of those roots that are allowing stuff to get by at this point. Aside from that root though, rest of the pipe we scope's in good shape.